All right, welcome everybody. We're excited, like we always are, to share some ideas with you today. We've got a very special guest, Robin Tidmore. She is an expert problem solver. So, Robin, I'll pass it over to you. Tell us a little bit about what you do and how long you've been doing it.
Okay. So I'm the director of the Client Solutions team, and my team is responsible for the client experience. And my team has a lot of experience to listen to phone calls.
So have you listened to any phone calls between drivers and recruiters over the years?
So yeah, actually, that is one of the most used tools on my team. We use that to better understand the dynamic between the driver and the recruiter.
Very good, very good. So you've got a little bit of experience behind you then listening to phone calls. So I'm excited to have you on. We're just gonna share ideas. Now, Robin and I have both listened to this call ahead of time. And we picked this call because what we want you all to do is listen in with us and pick out the parts, both good and bad, where the recruiter adapts their approach to the driver, okay? So what are some areas they did well with that? What are some areas they didn't do so well? And so we'll stop and start along the way, if that's all right. I know it's probably an editing nightmare, but we're gonna stop and start along the way and share comments. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, so be listening in. How did the recruiter adjust or didn't adjust their approach to the driver?
Welcome, driver recruitment. For quality assurance purposes, your call may... Please hold while your call is being transferred.
Recruiting. How may I help you?
Hi, my name is, I'm a recent graduate of Technical College's CDL program. I have my CDL license as well as tankers and doubles and triples endorsements. So just kind of giving a call and seeing what kind of work I might be able to do for.
Okay. And what was the name of the school you attended there?
Technical College.
Technical College?
Yep.
Okay, give me a second
Yes.
here. I'm not familiar with that school. Let me see if we hire from them.
All right, right off the bat, Robin, what do you think? How did the recruiter do with just introducing themselves and setting the tone for the rest of the call?
Well, I'm not sure if she introduced herself very much at the beginning. Just kind of sounds like, let's get to it and see what you want.
Yeah. One thing that I find funny in the beginning here is, it's not actually funny, is the driver says his name, and then he says the school that he went to get a CDL. And the recruiter's first question isn't like, hey, would you mind saying your name again? Do you remember the first question? It was, she wanted him to repeat something.
The school that he went
The
to,
school.
she wasn't familiar.
Yeah. So it wasn't, hey, I'm really excited to be talking with you. Hey, I just want to make sure I got your name again. It was, what was the name of that school again? So right off the bat, I start going, oh, could be an iffy call, right? Let's keep listening.
Give me a second. Now, do you know, like, what type of account you're wanting to drive on?
I was interested in teams.
Okay, so team driving. Give me a second. And that's out of...
No, that's Technical College.
Okay, gotcha. So we hire directly from there. So pretty much when it comes to team driving, you're going to travel all 48 states. It's a no-touch freight.
Once again, not using the driver's name at all, right? More concerned about what school. Now, I will say the recruiter at least asked what the driver was interested in. and the driver said teams, right? Which was unexpected. I almost never hear that. Team drivers, that can be tough, right? Especially somebody coming right out of school. That can be really tough. So interesting that that's what he would say. So we'll keep listening in to kind of see where this conversation goes. But at least she asked what he's interested in.
So we hire directly from there. So pretty much when it comes to team driving, you're going to travel all 48 states. It's a no-touch freight. You guys will be out for 2 weeks, giving you 2 days of home time. Right now, team driving has a sign-on bonus of... So that means for the next 20 weeks, you're going to receive an additional onto your check. It's going to be cents for your mileage. And as a team, you guys would drive about 5,000 miles within 1 week. So you guys would split the mileage there.
Okay, and that's for teams. Do you have any...
All right. So would you be able to repeat back what the pay is for that position?
No. I really wouldn't know how to do the math that fast in my top of my head.
Yeah. I mean, the recruiter's just rattling off information, right? They've said it 100 times, probably 1,000 times, and is just spouting out numbers. It's not all bad numbers, right? Pay per mile and a bonus, some good things going on. But if I'm the driver, did you notice the long pause?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
What do you think he's trying to do in that moment?
He's trying to add it up. He's like, what does this cost? What am I going to make per week? That's what
Right.
I'm thinking.
I mean, carry the one. Yeah, he's trying to figure out what does that even mean to
Right.
him, right? And something really interesting is about to happen with this call too, because one of the things the recruiter mentioned was no-touch freight, right? Kind of selling that as a great thing. But let's listen into how the driver responds to that.
Do you have any local or regional?
You'll have to give me your zip code, sir, and then I can pull up what I have running out of that area.
Yep. It's...
That's...
Mm-hmm.
And are you only looking for something home daily?
No. I'm just checking out the options available.
Okay, gotcha. So do you want something where it's going to be like a touch freight or no touch?
What is the difference between that? I mean, like I said, I'm a new graduate, so it's, a lot of these terms are unfamiliar to me.
So when I say touch freight, that means like you would be responsible for doing the unloading.
Oh, okay.
Now, if it's no touch, that's just drop and hook on your end.
All right, so thoughts on touch versus no touch?
I think she's talking a foreign language to him right now. He's trying to just figure out the lingo. He's new.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So he just gets done saying, wait, can you explain touch versus no touch freight? So she explains it. Right after she explains it, she says, oh, drop and hook. So let me explain what it is by using another term that you probably have no idea what it means, right? So right off the bat, the recruiter's probably just confusing the driver. And in my mind, it's what a big missed opportunity for the recruiter to become a guide, right? For this new driver's probably excited to get into the industry. This may be the very first phone call that he made, right? So we'll keep listening to see if the recruiter bounces back and recovers.
And you said you're out of... right?
I'm out. Yep.
Okay, give me a second, because if you're out of... you would come to for training. So, there is a run here that would get you home weekly. So I have two different options for you.
Okay.
So it's one called Regional Run. It's a no-touch freight. It has a 34-hour reset. So that means you're going to go home on Saturday evening, and you're going to be coming back out on Monday morning. It pays cents for the mileage. You're typically doing about 2,500 miles within a week. And with this account, it's a no-touch freight, so the majority of it is just going to be drop and hook. And you're pretty much running from like Those are the states you're going to be running in it.
So the long pauses, right, get me because he's clearly trying to process what's going on, right? I'd imagine, I don't know, but hopefully he's got a pen and paper and he's trying to jot down notes because she's just firing this stuff off at him. And I can tell by the pauses, it's a struggle to keep up.
So this would be after, obviously. And it won't get me home when? I'm sorry.
Well, it's a 34-hour reset. You go home on Saturday evening, you come back out on a Monday morning.
Okay. And this would be after orientation and training, correct?
That's after you complete your orientation and training, you can drive for this account.
And how long does the training, you said the training would be in, and how long would that take?
Your orientation is held in, so that's about 4 or 5 days. So once we bring you here and you're going to do like your physical, your hair follicle drug testing just to make sure that your drug and alcohol results are clear. Now after they come back clear, you're waiting a few days for the trainer to show up. And once the trainer shows up, you guys go over the road. You won't have any home time, and it's all performance-based. So it could be like a minimum 3 weeks that you're out with a leader, or it's going to be a maximum of 5. It really just depends on you and your driving skills. Now, the training pay, it's...
All right, what do you think, Robin, on how she explains to the driver like that training period of 3 to 5 weeks? I mean, did it give you the warm fuzzies?
No, you said you're not going to be home at all. It depends on how well you do.
Right. Yeah. So would there be a better way to word that, I wonder, right? Where, I don't know, if I'm the driver and I'm new to the industry, I know I'm going to feel like, man, I hope I'm not one of those 5-weekers. It sounds like those guys stink, right?
Right,
I mean,
right.
It wasn't set up in a way where it's all about the driver. I was like, listen, could be 3 weeks, could be 5 weeks, depends on your skill set, right? So much better way to potentially explain that would be, listen, it's 3 to 5 weeks. Our goal is just to make sure that you can go out there and be successful as soon as you're out on your own, right? We're really trying to set you up for long-term success. And so the program varies. We're just gonna base it off of your needs, how you're feeling, so that once again, we're setting you up for long-term success. Much better way to word it.
Right, right.
Something along those lines that gets the driver excited about it, as opposed to, that
Well, it's
sounds
going to
scary.
make you feel like you're taking care of me. You're looking out for me and making sure that I'm going to do well instead of just, I'm going to throw you in there and it's up to you if you make it or not.
That's right, absolutely. And I think right when we pause, they're talking about pay again. I'm lost personally. Like, she's throwing out numbers about you can get this per week, and we got this sign-on bonus, you can get this. Oh, but if you do this route, you can get this pay. But if you're doing this one, I'm lost. I have no idea what they pay.
You guys are paid every Friday. So that's orientation and training combined together.
Okay, fantastic. I have a couple other companies to call and try to get an idea of where I can start and get my foot in the door here. But I'd love to give you guys a call back if anything doesn't show up on like Monday or Tuesday, and then we can go from there.
That's perfectly fine. I mean, we're here 7 days a week. We're here on the weekend as well. So if you have any questions, definitely feel free to reach out. Any recruiter can go over them with you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. Have a great one, okay?
And you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
What do you think about the way that call ended?
I looked at it as personal, what I would do when I'm checking prices, and my nice way of ending the call is like, I'm probably going to go call somebody else.
Right.
Thanks for talking. I really don't think I'm going to follow through. That was my personal gut feeling when that call ended.
Right. I don't think that driver intends to actually call back, would be my guess, right? Something that kind of frustrated me too a little bit at the end was the driver is taking the initiative to say, well, if I'm interested, I'll call you back type of thing. I've got more research to do. And the recruiter's response is basically, call anytime you like. We're always here. Like, it doesn't matter who you talk to. So there's really no effort to build a relationship at all, right? There's no connection there of, hey, I'm really interested in you as a person. I'm really excited for you to get into this industry. You know, you can really make a great living for yourself by working hard and real long, successful career with us, right? The goal should be for that recruiter to encourage the driver to not have to look anywhere else. But I guess we've already kind of determined, do you think that driver's gonna?
No, he's still shopping.
He's shopping around, right? And probably, I mean, this is a good fleet, right? I mean, we won't mention who it is. We cut out all the names and numbers and everything, but it's a good fleet. And I think they could have a very successful career with them, but I think it's a missed opportunity, right? Give us a range of how much, now it's gonna vary, but so how much would one of these phone calls cost to generate, do you think? Just a range.
I would say $60 to $75.
Right, so $60 to $75 well spent?
Not so much.
Right, not so much.
I'd like to add, I don't think she got his name or phone number. This is a lead that you could follow up on as well. So at least it's not going to go to waste. If you had that information, you can always follow up.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so give us a couple of your big takeaways then, Robin. What are maybe one or two things that people listening should be like, okay, I want to make sure that I either do that or don't do that?
I would definitely suggest, welcoming that driver. He's new to the industry. This is what we're looking for, and share that excitement. You've made, a next step in your career, and we want to be there to help you be successful. That would be probably the biggest takeaway that I would want someone to take when they're talking to a driver.
Yeah.
Another one would probably, like I ended the call with, just getting that information and follow up on them, making sure that he got his answers. If he did actually go and look at other fleets, follow up with him. Did you get what you were looking for? Did you get your answers? What can we do, to continue that conversation? We'd love to have you. What else can I do for you?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I totally agree. We share the same big takeaways. And that's why the theme of today was, depending on who you're speaking with, adapt the approach, right? I don't know if this was any other type of driver, if the recruiter's conversation probably would have sounded the same, right? Like, they have the same conversation every single day, not tailored at all to the particular driver, took no interest in him personally to find out what his goals are, why did he even want to get into this industry. So many missed opportunities here to really build that relationship. And my guess is this driver is going to go work with the first recruiter, the first company that does that with him that has a decent offering, right? Those two things need to be there. It's got to be a good opportunity, but it's going to come down to how the recruiter treated the driver.
Right.
Yep. Appreciate y'all listening in. We're going to continue to bring in guests, mix things up, and we always love hearing from you as well. So if you've got ideas, shoot, if you want to be participants, we can do it on Zoom or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But appreciate y'all tuning in, and we'll talk to you again later.